are doing the top 10 Green Day B-sides. Now, there is a vast vault of deep cuts and unreleased material by this band, and it was really tough, but I did it. That's what this video is for. The very best of their B-sides and rarities. Number 10 is going to be Lights Out from 21st Century Breakdown. It was a B-side back when album B-sides were a thing. They would come out later, and the American Idiot B-sides were just as good as the American Idiot album, and 21st Century Breakdown kept that up with some really amazing covers, and Lights Out is just a really kind of American Idiot-esque song, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a really energetic, fast song, and if you haven't heard Lights Out, you need to do it, because here comes the day. Number 9. We're, of course, working our way up to the best one, number 1. Number 9, though, is Governator. And this is an American Idiot B-side, and I absolutely need more Mike Dirnt vocals, more Trey Cool vocals. Do we not remember how good Homecoming was? How good all that stuff that Trey and Mike sang on? It's so good. We need more of it. I know everybody likes Billy Joe because he's the lead singer, but forget that garbage. Governator, about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my gosh. Terminator, man. Terminator 2. One of the greatest movies ever made. And to hear Mike Dirnt singing about it and saying, I'll be back. I'll be back. And it makes great television watching the world end. I think Mike Dirnt may have been listening to a little bit of Network when he was singing this. But I don't know. I don't think he would ever admit to that, right? Number 8, another American Idiot B-side. And don't worry, we're going to change things up later on in the list. But we got for number 8, Favorite Son. This was on the compilation Rock Against Bush, Volume 2. Or 1. I don't know. The green one, the orange one. Doesn't matter. Favorite Son was an American Idiot B-side. And it just had a lot of... It was in between American Idiot and what could have been a poppier album like Cigarettes and Valentines. Really fun. It's got a little bit of a spoken word thing about an artificial satellite. Oh, it's so good. Number 7, Green Day Deep Cut or B-side, Ballad of Wilhelm Fink. Now, some people would say this is a Network connection here as well, but we all know that whole thing is just, they're friends. Green Day and the Network are friends. They both think it's funny. They're not really feuding. But Ballad of Wilhelm Fink was on a compilation called Short Music for Short People, which is a really great album, and I love playing this on guitar. I don't want to torture you with that, but said that I'll torture you with an a cappella version. At the Berkeley Marina, 3 a.m. where no one will be found. All I got in mind is a Boone's Farm jug of wine. Smash the bottle in the parking lot. But considering our luck, we'll get busted by the cops. Instead of sex, we'll go to jail. Another lesson learned and failed. Kind of reminds me of Life During Wartime by Pinhead Gunpowder. And there's also some lyrical connections to Alkaline Trio's Good Morning. Step 1, slid my... Okay. You got to look that up on your own. Okay. We're moving on the list of Green Day B-sides. Number 6 goes to Hearts Collide. This was a 21st Century Breakdown B-side, and it just has the harmonies. It has everything you want in a Green Day song. Really short, sweet pop punk tune, and it's just a huge chorus, huge verses. I don't understand how it was left off the album, to be honest with you. It could have taken the spot of of a few 21st century breakdown songs. But alas, we are back to the American Idiot B-sides because they just be blazing, bro. I hate when people say bro. Number 5. We're in the top 5 now. Too Much Too Soon. This song, I don't know how it didn't even get higher than this. My list is kind of crazy, even for me. Too Much Too Soon. This is as good as the songs that made it onto American Idiot. I love it. It's got that pause. Screw you! And it's one of the greatest Green Day songs of all time. And it's certainly one of the best B-sides. It's better than a lot of their regular material. It's crazy. Too Much Too Soon. It was on the American Idiot single, and I highly suggest you check it out. Number 4, DUI. This is a Trey vocal performance, and it was left off Shenanigans, so you got to do a little bit of work. I know we're all kind of keyboard warriors these days, trying to find that Saviors album. But DUI, it was too irresponsible to be put onto Shenanigans, but it's just so much fun. You got Trey Cool singing about doing donuts and stuff and various car-related humor and drinking and stuff. And it kind of ties into Green Day's new song, Dilemma, right? You could do like DUI and then Dilemma. And there's some other songs that start with D coming up on the list pretty soon. I think up at number 2. But now we got to talk about number 3 is When It's Time. I love this song so much. It's such a sappy ballad. But Green Day, I mean, they're the king of ballads. They got 21 Guns, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Wake Me Up When September Ends, Good Riddance. These guys do ballads very well. And When It's Time is just a beautiful love song. It's easy to play on guitar, which I love. I think I've played it for someone in real life before. It's just a beautiful song, whether it be on acoustic guitar, whether it's electrified, or whether it's the demo or an acoustic version. When It's Time is just, how did it not make it on an album? That's what I want to know. Then we got Desensitized at number 2. And this is finally getting some Shenanigans stuff in here. Shenanigans is, like I've been saying, Shenanigans should have been a full Green Day album. It was so good. But Desensitized has a lot of weird effects. I feel like Mike Dirnt was having a lot of fun on this one. And it's one of the best tracks on Shenanigans. Now, what is your favorite Green Day B-side and rarity? Leave it in the comments after you like, share, and subscribe. My favorite Green Day B-side has got to be Ha Ha You're Dead. The final track on Shenanigans, it was written by Mike Dirnt. There's a lot of tracks on here sang or written by Mike and Trey. And this one is just gold. It feels like it's kind of related to At Your Funeral by Pinhead Gunpowder, but Mike takes the lead on it. And it's just even better than the Pinhead Gunpowder song, in my opinion. It's just really great. It's a visual thing of like when your ship is going down, Mike Dirnt stepping aside and letting you drown. It's just really great. So those are my top 10 Green Day B-sides. Leave a comment on your top 10 or top 20 or top 30. And I'm doing a ton of Green Day videos in honor of Saviors. I'll see you when that album drops.